oye, baby, no seas mala.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, everybody. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Great to have you with us on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the Philadelphia 76ers. For Philadelphia, their goal tonight is to play with the same type of effort at both ends of the court. They can't afford to let up at the defensive end, and that's a message I'm sure has been communicated to them in the locker room. Still a little strange to see D. Wade out of a Heat uniform, but we'll get to see him tonight. As his career winds down, where do you see him on the list of all-time shooting guards?
Let's see, three-time champion, one Finals MVP. I'm going to say he's the third best shooting guard in the modern era.
Would you like to tell us who the first two are?
I would never say Mike and Kobe.
Oh, okay.
Well, see, I don't consider Michael the modern era because after 2000s, I'm saying he's not the modern anymore. So I would say that Dwayne would be the second best shooting guard in the modern era.
Well, it depends on what you call modern.
Exactly.
Well, anything.
I think the 90s are pretty modern.
Exactly.
I mean, the last
What are you
20
talking
years,
about?
don't you think that's
Yes.
pretty modern?
Do you have a TV from the 90s in your house? That's not modern.
Three of them.
From the 90s?
Yes.
Oh, my
Three
God.
from the 90s.
Yes.
No.
And, yeah, like my buddy.
There's
my buddy
nothing
says,
in my house.
and
I
one of
agree
them-
with you, Ernie.
And my non-working one is on
Don't
top
be
of
a
the working
millennial.
one.
Don't forget where you come from, millennial man.
I'm a millennial guy.
No, it's
so
right over there next
he's
to
number
my,
two.
It's
Oh,
right over
no,
there next to
stop
my
it. Number
transistor
three.
radio.
He's number two. Michael
is.
is not modern anymore.
No.
And my 8-track player.
And my toaster oven.
Then why is he
They're
still selling
all
shoes
right
then if he's
there.
not modern?
'Cause
Got
you're-
him, Judge
no.
Ernie.
Yeah.
Michael still has a loop earring in his ear.
But he's
not
still
modern.
selling shoes.
Here's Kevin Harlan.
And now, your Philadelphia 76ers starting lineup. At power forward, 6 feet 10 inches, number 9, Dario Saric. At shooting guard, 6 feet 4 inches, number 17, J.J. Redick. Started at the other forward position. 6 feet 10 inches. Number 25. Ben Simmons. The other guard. 6 feet 4 inches. Number 20. Markelle Fultz. Man in the middle, at 7 foot 0 inches, number 21, Joel Embiid. The head coach of your home team is Brett Brown. Ladies and gentlemen, your Philadelphia 76ers.
The Bulls are looking to defeat their Eastern Conference rival going into this one. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. And in Chicago to start out, let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Dunn and Levine, their backcourt. Mirotic at the power forward with Lopez in the middle. And it's Wade in at the small forward. Last season, one thing this Bulls team did was attack the glass. We're used to seeing them rebound well on the defensive end. They also did great work, Chris, getting second chance points.
You love the fight and attitude every player has in the paint. Everyone on this roster can go up and steal you an extra possession if you don't box them out.
And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. Kick out to Levine. Just 5 to shoot. A floater, and it's in there.
That's his mindset. Attack, attack, attack whenever possible.
Here's Fultz. Screen by Saric. And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense. Philadelphia shooting their first free throw of the night here.
One shot, gentlemen.
The free throw drops for Redick. Well, J.J. Redick had quite the interesting free agency period. Greg, ultimately he signs with the 76ers on a huge 1-year, $23 million deal.
Yeah, and this is the team that wanted him. Great fit with his shooting, something that they obviously needed. And Redick had a lot of suitors, but he saw something developing with this young Philly core.
And Embiid gets it to go.
That's how you stay within the flow of the offense, just taking what the defense gives them.
And here are the Bulls now. It's a 3-point game. Mirotic has a wide-open look. Off target from outside.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Simmons dishes to Fultz. Embiid sets the pick for Fultz. There's a screen. And Simmons kicks to Embiid. Makes it off the glass.
Executing the plan here early. Still haven't missed a shot.
Here's Dunn. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Pass to Mirotic. He kicks to Dunn. Back to Mirotic. 3-pointer. And no good. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Now here's Saric. Fultz kicks to Simmons. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Unloads from 13. Mirotic grabs the miss. Bulls trail by 5. Kicks to Lopez. Lopez a screen. Wade against Simmons. Here's Dunn. And again, Chicago. No good.
No flow to their offense at all yet. I mean, just 1 for 5 from the floor to start the game.
They get it back, and the shot goes in from Embiid.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Dunn kicks to Mirotic. The dish to Wade. Over Simmons. That's good from Wade on the assist from Mirotic. Chris, you've been broadcasting as an analyst for the better part of a decade now. Talk about your process when you personally prepare for a broadcast, prepare for a game.
Wow, that's crazy. It is almost the better part of a decade. It doesn't seem that long. I can't believe I've been retired that long, but
I know.
Right? I can't. Wow, time flies,
I can't
man.
either.
I have to thank so many of the guys that I've worked with that have taught me kind of how to do it. But my process is kind of like a basketball game when I play. There's a scouting report. I look at the scouting report. I look at the stats for this season. I compare the two teams. I look at this if I was playing for Team A, what would we have to do? What would my role be? And then I look at it for Team B. I love coaching and management and looking at all those things. And so it gives me a chance to play all those roles and then come up with the game plan. And then from there, I just try to make sure I kind of stick to the rules of commentating when we start the game and go from there. But my preparation is really to get deep into the numbers of each team, but then more importantly, how they've been playing, add that context of what I did as a player, and I know what the teams are going through along with all those analytics, and then kind of just let it fly, and hopefully the fans have fun watching it, but that's my process.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Bulls trail by 5. And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Well, this is the dilemma as a coach. You wonder, do I need to call a timeout here? Do I need to settle these guys down? Should I let them play through it?
And some players, you just kind of know that they'll end up in coaching. Just the way they approach the game and go about themselves. Chris, having played Hoiberg during your career, did you ever see him becoming a head coach?
Well, it's not as easy to tell your opponents versus your teammates. Didn't have a really close relationship with him. Didn't know or his expectations, never played with him. So, no, I never saw it coming.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Markkanen, he's checked in for Lopez. Portis comes in for Mirotic. Justin Holiday's checked in for Zach LaVine. And it's Grant in for Chris Dunn. Chicago shooting their first free throw tonight. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession.
Oh, that's a brutal giveaway. A pass to no man's land.
Philadelphia leading by 4. And here's McConnell. The pass to Luau. Back to McConnell. And Grant sends it back. Wade against Covington. Now here's Wade. Defense is right there, and it's good for 2.
Wade is super efficient in the paint. He's clever at finding ways to score around the rim.
Pass to Holmes. Covington kicks to McConnell. Holmes, that's a screen. Passes it to Luau. Shot clock at 6. Over Holiday. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. Here's McConnell. Johnson the screen. It's Covington on the wing. Over Wade. Covington's shot is off. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. 76ers on top, up by 2. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. What stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
Yeah, it didn't take them long to get that transition game going.
Well, this roster is built for guys with speed. They're running the floor hard in the first quarter.
The 76ers leading. T.J. McConnell is out there with Luau. Then it's Robert Covington. Then there's Rashawn Holmes. And it's Johnson in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. Now here's Johnson. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. 5 on the clock. Luau cranes it from beyond the arc. Luau's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the 76ers. Grant gets to Holiday. Grant the pass to Portis. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Markkanen sets the pick for Holiday. Over to the wing. offensive rebound. Count it, and the 76ers lead has been cut down to 3 on the bucket from Portis.
Love the grit on the offensive glass. Those are just epic points.
Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Johnson with a screen on Grant. Got a hand on it.
And how about marketing, using his size and reach on defense? Great timing in terms of being able to get up and block shots.
Basket counts. Now, here's McConnell. Pass to Luau. McConnell with it. Grant on him. Johnson with a screen on Holiday. Luau, the pass to Holmes. Chicago grabs the miss.
Well executed. Great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Yeah, coming off of a good pick, you want to get that. When he gets the separation he needs, I know he would love to have that one back.
Oh, man, just beast mode on the glass there. He was not going to be denied on that play.
Now the pass to Luau. Johnson the screen. Shot off the pick. No good off the front iron. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter.
And T.J. McConnell, undrafted out of Arizona, but he caught on with the Sixers, and I tell you what, made an immediate impact. Standing at about 6'2" and just over 200 pounds. He brings that physicality at the defensive end of the floor.
And here are the 76ers now. Lauri Markkanen unable to get his last shot to go. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Wade against Covington. Wade can't hit. And Greg, you were a defensive-minded guard. Do you see any similarities to what McConnell brings to the table?
You know, I love his toughness. He's got quick feet, a strong lower base, and, you know, he gets into you, and he racks up his fair share of steals because of it.
And so here is Philadelphia. After Dwayne Wade's miss, Holmes can't get it to go in. Right side Holiday. There's the feed to Wade. It's deflected. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Here's Luwawu. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
And Chris, you've been working as an analyst now for quite some time. Do you feel that how you view and enjoy the game has changed as you've transitioned from being a player on the floor to the booth?
You know what? I've learned a lot, and I've learned to look at the game a different way, but I look at the game the same way. I think the onus is on the player to execute what the coach and the GM puts out there for you to do, for you not to become a one-dimensional player, for you to improve in the summertime. That's the only time you can improve. And when you don't come back and you don't improve, it's obvious that you have the same glaring weaknesses that you had the year before. Even if you're not on a team that can compete for a championship, you want to make sure that you compete for a championship, that you compete for an all-star, that you compete to have your name out there. And so a lot of times we'll watch some of those teams, and I love seeing if they compete or if they laid it down early in the season. So, no, I would say that really what gives me an advantage is that the way that I looked at the game, and hopefully, you know, that gives me a unique perspective when I'm out there trying to talk to other basketball heads like myself.
And Mirotic, a player who hasn't made quite the jump in development that Chris, I think, his team was hoping for.
Yeah, Mirotic fans might have their expectations dampened a bit, but he's still a good player. He has one of the best pump fakes in the game because his shot is so good, but no idea how defenders keep falling for his pump fake. I mean, he uses it all the time.
And he can't get the first one.
Now, Mirotic, he has a skill set perfectly tailored for today's game. A big man who can shoot. It's exciting to watch him evolve.
And the 76ers making a change here. Stauskas is checked in. He hits the second from the line.
And when Mirotic first came over, to the NBA. He made a big splash, showed that he can act as that stretch four and contribute. Unfortunately, he just hasn't evolved as a player since that rookie year.
Fultz, no good.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
They set the pick. Levine kicks to Portis, and Mirotic has it in the corner. And the Bulls with another miss. And for Mirotic, a lot of his lack, Greg, of progression as a player has come from inconsistency.
And you can see it in his field goal percentage as well as when he plays. It needs to find more consistency in every facet of the game. But young enough, I think, to still make that happen. And the one thing that you gotta love about Markelle Fultz is his versatility. I mean, he's got the size, the passing and scoring ability to succeed at either guard position. He's almost Westbrookish.
The 76ers shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And you ask the scouts about Fultz, he has the complete game.
You know, Kevin, he checks all the boxes. Athleticism, the size to play above the rim. And above all, I think the feel for the game is quite apparent when you watch him play.
And so he makes both from the line.
And the feeling is with Fultz, tremendous potential. Could be one of those game-changing type point guards who scores and passes with ease.
Dunn kicks to Levine. Mirotic sets the screen for Levine. And the Bulls with another miss. The 76ers leading by 3. Embiid sets the pick for Fultz. 52 seconds left to play in the first half. Chicago grabs the miss. Mirotic has got his third rebound tonight. Takes a 3. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
Well, look, Mirotic, his trigger is so quick. You better get up quick on him because he's effective at pulling up on the D and sinking the J.
Fultz kicks to Anderson. Charge a screen on Mirotic. Here's Embiid. Second chance effort, and he sinks the layup. Embiid's got 8 points.
Look, he doesn't waste time. Once he gets the rebound, he does what he should. Goes right back up with it.
Over to the left wing. Now Dunn. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Portis kicks to Mirotic. Another 3 for Chicago.
And this is what Mirotic does best. A knockdown 3-ball specialist. Doesn't hesitate in pulling the trigger.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Bulls lead by 1. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Zach, a hard-fought first half. What changes have to be made to get a little separation?
They're making tough shots. We're trying to stick to our concept, so we got to come back, make plays, make shots, and, just stay solid.
Always a challenge for a young team. Thanks for your time, Zach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. Time for the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped up, they trailed by 2. They had a slight edge on the scoreboard in the second quarter, but only by the slimmest of margins. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
They were simply the better team on the offensive end. Every time the defense made an adjustment, they would make an adjustment on offense. Winning that little cat and mouse game, they'll be difficult to beat.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Philadelphia?
Well, they're just not generating enough offense. The guys all look like they're on a different page, out of rhythm, out of sync, out of style. Several times they look flat out confused. They're still in good position to win this game. They just need to get organized.
That's it for halftime, as the second half is just about to get underway.
As we return to Philadelphia, we give you a scenic view of the downtown skyline of this terrific city. A stunning sight. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. Joel Embiid with a strong contribution in this one.
And I'll tell you, his work on the blocks in that first half, really impressive.
Oh, yeah, especially how he established great position and showing some nice footwork and really read how the defense was playing.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Tipping off the second half, here's Fred Hoiberg's five. Dunn and Levine, their backcourt. Mirotic at the power forward with Lopez in the middle. And it's Wade in at the small forward position. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one on Embiid.
Wade is a powerful two-guard, someone who forces these shots in despite getting whacked. And you watch Wade and know he isn't the same player he was back when he averaged 30 a game. But in short bursts, he can still give you a glimpse of that old flash. He knows when and how to dial it up when the game is on the line.
One shot.
And Chris, as you said, Wade can still take over a game for a short period of time.
There are many players that are scarier with the ball in their hands with the game on the line than Wade. He just has a knack for coming up big when his team needs it.
Sharge dishes to Simmons. And he uses the glass on the layup.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Chicago leading. Dunn with it. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Lopez sets a screen for Dunn. Mirotic, and again it's the Bulls from deep.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Feeds it to Fultz. Embiid sets the pick for Fultz. Tries from 10. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
I think he lets the D get to him there, and he rushes it. I mean, he has plenty of space there if he just takes his time.
Wade up top, guarded by Simmons. Over Simmons. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. The 76ers trail by 5. Baseline J on the way. Mirotic grabs the miss. Mirotic has got 4 rebounds in this game.
They haven't gotten their legs back. Just 1 for 4 to start the second half.
Here's Dunn. They get the rebound. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And one area of concern for Dunn, hitting his free throws with consistency, because he has the temperament to draw fouls.
Chris, during your career, you always had incredible footwork in the post. Who are some of the bigs that impress you with their footwork today?
Oh, wow. I think you have to look down in New Orleans. I mean, they have 2 great examples in Cousins and Davis, 2 guys that can dance with the best of them. You look at Minnesota and that young fella Cat there, the way that he plays and moves his feet and how he handles it in the post, you have to love it. But I love where the big men are today because they have great footwork. They have the skill set of the small guys and still use their size. But those 3 come to mind right now.
It's not a lost art either. I think guys realize that their footwork is sometimes their ticket to a good career.
They're better, and if not, they need to open the basketball history books and look at guys like Hakeem Olajuwon and Kevin McHale, two of the best ever with footwork. And that's why, you know, it's fun growing up playing other sports, because it prepares you for basketball. It prepares you having the footwork and having to be a big guy but still being light on your feet.
And here is Dunn after Markelle Fultz made that last three-pointer. LaVine for three. Rebound by Johnson. 76ers trailing. Covington passes to Redick. Another three for Philadelphia.
Nice understanding of where to go with the pass there.
Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Holiday against Covington. Markkanen sets the pick for Holiday. Off the pick. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Philadelphia has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Covington with the bucket.
This is not the same defensive team we saw in the first half. They are giving up way too many open looks.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Lopez, no luck.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Fultz kicks to Johnson. Here's Covington. Here's Simmons. And again, it's Philadelphia.
Nice use of the mid-range J by Simmons, taking whatever the defense gives him.
Dunn kicks to Markkanen. Holiday with the three. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday. And the 76ers with some changes. Richaun Holmes, he's checked in for Johnson. And it's Korkmaz in for Fultz. And a change for the Bulls. Grant's checked in. Here's Korkmaz. Now the 76ers with it. They're on a 12-3 run right now. Holmes, that's a screen. Covington wide open. He fires. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. And some changes here for the 76ers. Embiid, he's checked in for Richaun Holmes. Anderson comes in for Robert Covington. And it's T.J. McConnell in for J.J. Redick. Bobby Portis is checked in for Chicago. And Holiday kicks to Grant. Back to Holiday. There's the pick. Back to Grant. The tray. No good. And it's Philadelphia the other way. And here's McConnell. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Anderson's shot is off. Grant outside. He feeds it to Holiday. For the three. Bangs home the trifecta. Holiday's got himself on the board with three there.
No doubt that was a defensive mistake. You got to have a guy on him at all times.
McConnell passes to Simmons. Over to the wing. Dishes it to Embiid. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Now here's LaVine. There's a good screen. And Holiday has it in the corner. Another miss by Holiday.
Not a very consistent quarter for him in terms of the shooting.
Now here's McConnell. He's covered by Grant. Anderson outside. He dishes it to Embiid. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got his 6th rebound on the night. Stolen by Anderson. Fast break, Philadelphia. Anderson with the ball. Over Holiday. They grabbed their own miss. And, here, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not. But sure enough, they have. so he'll head to the free throw line. 76ers have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4.
2 shots.
First one falls for him.
And the Australian Simmons, a star in the making, folks. Thanks really in part to that tremendous skill set to go along with that gigantic frame.
So he picks up just one from the line that time. LaVine. That one, no good. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. 76ers on top as they wrap up the third quarter on a 15-6 run. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. Bulls trail by 5. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. So on the floor for Philadelphia, we got Ben Simmons. Embiid is out there with Dario Saric, and it's Korkmaz in point guard. And the three ball is good.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Now LaVine. Mirotic the screen. LaVine kicks to Mirotic to the inside. Here's Portis. Nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the J.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
A lot of times your defense is your offense is your defense. This is poor decision-making right here. You can't let him have that shot. Also might have been a lack of effort.
Artful use of the screen there. Gains the separation he needs for a good look.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Off the screen.
But did you see that? And this is why defensively you can't afford to let LaVine get to the rim. Too much explosiveness.
That was a terrific replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Here's Korkmaz. Outside, Simmons. He kicks to Embiid. Shot from 16. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 4 assists in the game. Bulls trail by 8. Chicago calls timeout. Joel Embiid with a strong contribution in this one.
The D has no answer for him inside, and they better figure him out soon if they want to win this.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Robert Covington's checked in for Simmons. Redick comes in for Nick Stauskas. And it's Fulton for Korkmaz. Lopez, he's checked in for the Bulls. Chris Dunn comes in for Bobby Portis. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, thanks, Kevin. Fred Hoiberg was talking with his team during the break. With them getting outshot from the perimeter, he told them, we have got to defend the three-point line. Those threes are destroying us. We'll see if they can tighten it up, Kevin.
Now Fultz. following the three-point attempt by Nikola Mirotic. 4 on the clock. Redick for 3. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And it's a 10-point 76ers lead.
Yeah, just a fantastic job to stay with the play and just not give up. Excellent effort on the offensive backboard.
They set the screen. Kicks it to Mirotic. Lopez a screen. For 3, LaVine. And again, no good by Chicago.
Their stroke has not been what they needed it to be, but looks like they're going to keep going to it.
Embiid sets the pick for Fultz. And Saric kicks to Embiid.
And when he gets his points within the flow of the offense, that efficiency has helped them build this lead.
We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Covington against Wade. The dish to Mirotic. Outside, LaVine. That shot off. Great D that time from Redick. Philadelphia leading by 12. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Pass to Fultz. Embiid the screen. Fultz kicks to Redick. Redick can't get that one to fall. Bulls trail by 12. Done with it. LaVine sets the screen for Dunn to end the drought. But they'll get another chance. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
There's no quitting Lopez, even when he's getting hammered. He finishes with this soft touch.
One shot, gentlemen.
The 76ers leading by 9. Fultz kicks to Saric. Here's the screen. Here's Embiid. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Embiid's got 10 points in just the second half. LaVine dishes to Dunn. Back to LaVine. Lopez a screen. Here's Wade. That's good. And it's LaVine with the assist. And that's now 9 points for Dwayne Wade.
Wade has an incredible basketball IQ. I mean, when there are picks being set, he puts himself in a great position to score.
And Saric kicks to Redick. 76ers moving the ball around. Here's Embiid, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And every move he makes looks like the right one at this point.
He's extremely accurate here, coming down the stretch, trying to see if he can close this one out.
Chicago calls timeout. They're down by 11. 1:30 left in the game. We've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Joel Embiid.
and his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
He's played up to his full potential tonight, and he's been playing to the crowd, too. He loves being the star attraction, even if it doesn't happen on a regular basis. Here's Dunn. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
What about the concentration of Dunn nailing the shot right in the D's face?
Here's Saric, and slam dunk by Saric.
And since they've come out of halftime, they've been extremely poised and very efficient.
And don't forget, very accurate. Taking shots within the flow of the offense. Not something that can be said for their opponent.
Now, here's Dunn. 1:09 left in the fourth. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Wade. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And Redick kicks to Fultz. Embiid the screen. And stolen by Dunn. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Embiid.
And the length of Dunn really annoys the opposition. So good at sticking his hands in passing lanes and coming away with steals.
Chicago making some changes. Markkanen, he's checked in for Lopez. Justin Holiday comes in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Grant in for Zach LaVine.
One shot.
The free throw drops in for Dunn. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Anderson outside. Here's Stauskas. Pass to Korkmaz. And now we've got the intentional foul. Chicago making some changes. Lopez, he's checked in for Markkanen. Dwayne Wade comes in for Justin Holiday. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Jaren Grant. .32 seconds left in the fourth. And he commits the intentional foul.
At the line for your 76ers, Markelle Fultz. Taking 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good.
And really nothing they can do now. They just got to play this one out.
Yeah, you know you're supposed to go hard and complete the game, but they're so frustrated right now. I don't see that happening.
And again, Chicago, no good. Now here's Fultz. D right on him. So Philadelphia wins it. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And that about wraps it up. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.